Yeah, I remember when I interviewed Sugar Free, the rapper.
Yo, I know who he is.
You know Sugar Free, right?
Yeah, that's yeah, one song I like with the Mexican. What's the name of that song I like? Manager. Yeah, a song called Manager I listen to all the time. Yeah, he a pimp, right?
Right. Well, yeah, he used to be a pimp, through a lot of his career. And I asked him in our interview, I said, when did you decide to stop pimping? He said, when they changed it from pimping to human trafficking. 12 years ago, you stopped doing this. Mm-hmm. Have they changed the laws in terms of human trafficking and stuff like that since then?
They just switched it to human trafficking. I seen it coming from a mile away.
So you know what I'm talking about.
From a mile away.
What changed? Explain to me when they started calling it human trafficking, what changed overall?
I mean, the name is scary.
It is. Right.
It's fucking scary. It's fucking scary. From pimping and pandering. I mean,
human trafficking.
A bitch get a loitering ticket and go about her way. But the game got so disrespectful. You know what I mean? We wasn't brought up to pimp on no minors. You know what I'm saying? We wasn't brought up to do certain things that has evolved in the generations. We wasn't taught those things, a lot of it's disrespectful. And, but yeah, I seen it taking a turn and sure enough, man, yeah, here they come.
And luckily you got out.
Trafficking.
And you got out the way.
The word human. Wow, human.
Yeah.
Human trafficking.
And luckily you got out the way before all that happened.
Damn right.
Human trafficking is taking a girl from one state to another state, right? To have sex with them?
Or to sell them to other men, to pimp them for sex, or some sort of money, sexual type of thing. And it is very gray area.
That's what I'm saying, because you might meet a girl and wanted to just come see you.
Yeah, and you fly her out. She got flued out.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
you give her a little bit of money, take her shopping. Is that sex trafficking, or is that just a relationship?
They find a way to get you, boy. They find a way. They use vocabulary, human trafficking. It sounds terrible when you say it.
That's the thing with the Diddy thing. It's like, don't exactly understand where the crime is. He's charged with a RICO, but it's just him.
That's what I'm saying.
How could you be a RICO by yourself?
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, let's make that was for the mob. They did. I mean, so how is he by himself? How did they go in his crib from the rip without with the SWAT team like that without no evidence? Just somebody saying something.
Well, the judge signed off on it for probable cause. They raided the house. Then they had a grand jury.
So it's probable cause the boy that whatever the guy was that first said something about it was tapes and stuff that was in there. The name Rob, I think his name was or something.
What, the drug dealer dude?
The guy that got us, the first guy that sued him for $20 million.
Oh, Lil Rod?
Yeah.
I mean, that's a nonsense lawsuit.
I'm saying, was that what got it started?
No, I think what started was the Cassie lawsuit. When Cassie filed her lawsuit and we all got to read through it. I went through that whole lawsuit piece by piece because I interviewed Roger Bonds, who used to be his own security. So I was literally going through every piece. And some of those pieces, his name was actually mentioned in the lawsuit. So some of the pieces he was, familiar with, some of them he wasn't. So for example, like Kid Cudi's car getting blown up, that's a real thing. That really happened. Now, did Diddy do it? They'll have to prove that. But I know someone that was with Kid Cudi when they got the phone call that your car is on fire.
I mean,
that really happened.
We got money like that. It's easy to get anything done.
Yeah.
I mean, like all you got to do is
someone.
You know what I mean? So that's believable. But I just didn't think Puff was into stuff like that. I mean, I don't know why. Maybe I just looked at him wrong. I mean, I looked at him in a whole different way. I mean, they talking like he was a super gangster.
Well, keep in mind, Puffy did beat up Steve Stout with a champagne bottle. You know
yeah,
that
Steve
story,
Stout.
right?
Like,
well, because remember, there was the Nas Hate Me Now video, and Diddy was in that, and they were both on crosses like Jesus. And I guess after doing the video, Diddy kind of spoke to some of his spiritual people, and they're like, "Oh, this is a bad look for you." So he called Steve Stout and said, "Hey, take my part out the video." Then the video comes out, and he's in the video. So he, gets a crew together. They go confront Steve, and they beat him in the head with a champagne bottle. He gets arrested, but then they settle real quick.
Well, he sued him.
Well, I don't even think they sued him. I think Puff just paid him off real quick before it got any worse.
Yeah.
Steve dropped the charges. Then they're all hugged up. Remember 50 had that song. He said, after the VMAs, my baby mama cussed my ass out. I beat her ass. We friends again like Puffy and Steve Stout.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's just crazy that right now, like the way Puff, I think even if he get out, I think it's over.
I don't know, man.
Because
If
the
you're
way
out, it's not over.
The way the society is like they don't.
That video, that video, I think put some nails in the coffin.
Yeah, but at least
you can't talk your way out of that video.
No, he already rich though, so that's the only good thing. Like, I mean, but I would have left.
Well, that's what I kept saying. I'm saying after the raid, or if I knew the raid was coming, before the grand jury, when I still have my passport, I'll take a round trip to Russia and throw away the return flight.
I go somewhere where I can't get extradited.
Because there's no extradition in Russia.
Yeah.
Steven Seagal caught a bunch of rape charges. He went to Russia.
Is that why Russell Simmons in Bali?
Russell Simmons is in Bali because there was a documentary that was coming out about him. It came out on HBO Max, but no one cared, basically.
Does Bali, do they got extradition, though?
I believe they don't.
I
believe
they
don't.
Puff should have went over there with Russell Simmons.
And he went over there and built a hotel. So, him and the government is probably,
I'm not going to jail with that much money. I'm not going.
But ultimately, nothing happened. But I remember he sold his West Hollywood house. He sold his Tribeca mansion. He had a Basquiat.
He's smart.
I've seen it before. It was a big Basquiat, probably worth a good $20 million. Sold that, took his money over there and said, all right, I'm not taking the chance.
He's been going for a while now. He's been going over there for some years.
No, since like before the pandemic, I think.
He's smart.
I mean, would you even take the chance, especially if you're older? Now, if you're 20 and you're facing 10 years, okay, I get out, I'm 30, I'm cool. If you're 60, facing 15 years, that means you might die in prison.
I mean, you got enough money you can fly. Everybody want to see to come see you.
Exactly.
I'm gonna come over here. We same parties, different locations.
Come stay in my hotel. I own it.
Yeah, like, I mean, so like,
yeah.
That's what I'm saying. He must was like, Puff was living in a fantasy world. He ain't know about reality. He never been in prison probably.
No, he hasn't.
So I know right now he's like, damn, I should have ran. I know that's what he's saying to himself. The food, the inmate. You can't come to prison to be like, everybody know who you are. So you can't even blend in. You got to.
No, you can't blend in with your puppy.
You Puff Daddy. Even the guards gonna be going crazy. You're like, it's like, I can't imagine what he's going through. Like, it's just. But
do you think like if he actually gets sentenced and he has to do hard time, and he manages not to get put in PC, if he somehow manages to get put
I think he survived because he got money. He can pay and get a squad.
So do you think that everyone will treat him great? Or do you think he
gonna have a squad? There's gonna be some guys that's gonna come to him like, yo, we want this. Yeah, man, we gonna take care of you.
Okay.
That's how it's gonna go.
But what if just a random young dude goes in there want to make a name for himself?
No, but if he got the right guys in the prison, that's not gonna never happen.
That'll never happen.
No,
so certain guys in prison are always protected.
Certain guys. If you got, there's nobody in prison that got money like Puff Daddy in prison. I don't think. Period. But you got to remember, if you got
Harvey Weinstein got money,
huh?
Harvey Weinstein got money.
Yeah, but Harvey Weinstein, but he's like a white older guy.
Got money.
But
lots of rich people in prison.
Yeah, older white guy.
The cartel guys got money.
But yeah, I'm saying, like, but you don't know who they are. So like, you might see him. He might say he got money. He might do it. You don't know, but Puff Daddy got the money. So
okay. So when you were locked up, were there certain people in the prison yard that were like, leave that guy alone? He's fully protected. Don't even talk to him. Don't bump into him.
I really ain't need that because I've been in prison since I was younger. So I know the guys since we was young. I've been in prison like a lot.
No, but I'm saying, were you aware of certain people that were totally untouchable because? Yeah,
nobody's super untouchable. Because somebody, it could be a guy like, man, I don't care about none of that.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
But most likely, that's not gonna happen. If you know there's right people in prison, because you don't want the repercussions that's gonna come with it. You know what I mean? When you got money like Puff Daddy, you gotta remember, 100,000 in prison is like $2 million. Because you can get somebody killed probably for $800. You know what I'm saying?
$800.
Yeah. 800. It's people that, remember, it's people that have been in prison 20 years that don't get commissary. Nobody don't write them. $800, man, they like, that shit will last them for a whole year. You know what I mean?